think it was around 5 years old when I really started singing in the choir, and then I realized then that this is what I wanted to do. When I was 10, turning 11, I had a record deal with an up-and-coming record company. And so I was, 11 years old with a record deal in 6th grade, which is kind of crazy. I totally believe that God has designed us to use music, to utilize music, to listen to music, and it offers this therapy thing. I think there's something about music that can be expressed through words. It's this universal language that we all can relate to, but it touches the deepest parts of a soul that sometimes I think conversations can't. I just came out with an EP too, called Growing Pains. It's been interesting, and definitely days where I also were discouraged because I got acid reflux. And so that took away my singing voice, and even to this day, I still have to work around that and how to still be able to be a singer with a disease that affects your voice. But even with all the negative stuff that has happened, I've never lost that drive for music.
Some of my friends are dead, in the world to lose all those nappy heads. In the clouds they are chasing winds and things that don't mean nothing.
Winds and Things, that's like one of my favorite songs on the EP, or if not my favorite song. I just love this song because I love the whole idea of, that without God, life is empty. And it's so true. Like, what good is it to become rich, to have all this money, and lose your soul?
Worries are diamond rings and shiny things, they mean much to you. You can't buy love, there's never a price. Trust me, you'll pay with your life. Finer things, expensive ways, they got a hold on you. Don't you know those things won't last? Show me.
Just so many actors and singers and movie stars who have so much money and they commit suicide because they're not happy. And so that song, that's what Winds and Things is about, is that chasing after material things without God is like chasing after the wind. You can't catch it. It's meaningless, The music that I want to write, the music that I want to get out there to the masses and have people connect with and have conversations about, I like to call it music that speaks, or life music. And I call it that because I just feel like it's just everyday things that we go through. And so it doesn't have this religious title on it, like, Christian music or gospel music, but it's just my life, and my experiences, things that I've been through. But I think there's a lot of mindless music out there that is just, hey, let's turn up, and it's just like, but when you listen to the lyrics, they mean absolutely nothing. And so I think what people are looking for in music is, of course, that I think there's a time for that, but I also do think that there's a whole large group of people who are listening to music for the content and the lyrics and the melodies. I do think that there's a calling on everyone's life. The first calling is to have a relationship with God. And I think the second one is to use that and whatever God, to be a doctor, to be a lawyer, to be a cop, be an FBI agent, whatever he puts you in and whatever those gifts are, that you use that for those three things: to serve other people, to be a vessel, and to build relationships. And I think when you can do those things, and you can do those things effortlessly because they're in your heart, then that's a life worth living.